All right, Bob Steffen here with his Glassworks. Hopefully another informative video. We're going to be talking about the tabletop Covington belt sander. I'm going to be operating today without my safety glasses because I'm not going to be doing anything I think is dangerous. This is just a setup and maintenance video talking about this. When you get it, it comes out of the box. There's all kinds of wonderful packing that you're going to hate, but it's going to keep it safe coming to you. You hook up water to this valve. The instructions are in the literature that comes. This end, no. You hook up to a submersible pump or a water line. Typically with the belt sander you want fresh water, very clean water. You don't want to cross-contaminate and spoil your belts. The other option with the water is down here. You get to hook up a drain line to a brass fitting that comes out of this, and that goes into a bucket. Do not run this into your sewer system or your piping, because you'll end up with glass dust collecting in your pipe, and even Roto-Rooter can't get it out. So collect it into a bucket, dispose of it properly, water your plants, your garden, your dog, whatever. It's pretty much self-contained. The motor back here is not going to get wet because all the water happens over here. It's belt driven here, nothing you need to get into here, but in a few years when you need to replace the belt, there's a couple screws. You take this off, you change the belt, put this back on. The next thing is the platens. This has a situation where the belt is running. You can push against this while you're sanding or grinding on your glass. This is just a place to rest a glass if you want to. You could even put a piece of cork or fabric on that so you don't scratch your glass. But it comes nice, hard metal. These two are for removing and replacing. There is the option of a long platen, which you may want to use. This is the short one, so it comes with both platens. This one will probably be on it when it comes to you. You can change it if you need to do something long. The only part you're really going to be dealing with is up here. There are two drums that the belt runs on. This adjusts tracking, whether the belt goes to the right or to the left or stays centered where you'll probably want it. And this bolt is for adjusting the tension on the belt. You see this one? This is the last time you ever want to pay attention to this. Don't do anything with this. If you start messing with that, you're going to get to call Dan at Covington, and he'll tell you to put it back together and don't touch that ever again. A belt. This is a 600 grit belt. That's irrelevant. What you want to do is have the belt on here. It should come nice and loose. So, bring the belt in, fit it over the lower drum and on the outside of this platen, but not all the way in yet. Bring the belt up over the top drum and then by hand push it in here. Before we turn it on, we're going to have to tighten the belt. Okay, so once the belt is in place, bring this up and tighten it, not too tight, and then turn it on. The belt will, by tightness, adjust where it wants to run. You want it pretty much centered, so we'll see what happens when I turn it on. And it's moving to the right. By tightening it, it will come to the left. And if you can look right along here at this drum, when you tighten it too much, you see it goes to the left. If it's too loose, it will start to run off to the right. So you want that balance. Now once you have the belt running and you're ready to sand, you need to turn the water on, and that's done with this little valve here. And I don't have it hooked up to water so you don't get to see anything wet, but by opening this valve, you'll be adding water to the belt, which will keep your glass cool. Very important, so don't forget the water. there's the process for the belt. These are the cloth-backed silicon carbide belts. If you use a different kind of belt, perhaps the 3M 675L or our cerium belt, or belt from a different manufacturer, you may find your own belts, never know, shame on you, but you may have to adjust the tension on the belt. That would be because different manufacturers may be off by maybe a 32nd or a 16th of an inch when they make the belt. Of course, they have a joint, and if they don't cut this exactly the same every time, one's going to be longer than the other. You may have to adjust the tension. Simply done with a wrench that fits this nut and tightening or loosening. Once you get it set for your belt, you don't need to change that. If you go to a different belt, you may have to change this, maybe not. This is really the one that you're going to be changing the most. By loosening this up, and we suggest turning the belt on and then loosening it, you'll find the belt will already start to go over for you. When it starts to getting that loose, that's when you can carefully take the belt off and store it. We suggest not leaving belts on your machine under tension. It's not good for that joint.